just an absolutely stunning day. Water temperatures are tolerable but cold. If you're not wearing at least a 3 mil, you'll feel it. I'm starting to feel it because mine is short sleeved and short legged, so I don't have the full suit, but the other detail to consider here is we had a couple of days straight of temperatures dipping below 20, overnights getting pretty close to single digits, and wind, right? Because that actually has a pretty big environmental influence on the temps, but also the waves that it creates. And so as I'm sweeping here with my Nokta Legend, everything's sanded over. I just dug a loonie that really, by any other indication, should have come in a lot stronger. VDI was off too, so it might have been because it was on his side, but for those reasons I figured I'd do kind of like a short video here as a sort of preamble to the my summer's end wrap-up. I'll include a link below if you haven't seen it yet. Please go and visit bountyfisher.com, and at the top you'll see an image, the good, the bad, and the ugly 2024. You click that and it'll take you to the summer's end report. I have been giving more serious consideration to doing a wrap-up or update to the report card I did last year. That's on bountypicker.com, and the reason why I have not is because I lost complete confidence in the Manticore in exactly these types of conditions. The water falsing issue and the need to bring the sensitivity down to less than half was the deal breaker for me. And I'll tell you that 80% of those finds that you're seeing in that good and bad and ugly wrap-up report were not fresh drops. They were deep. Some of them went as much as 15 inches. The chains tended to almost be in the same unmistakable location, which is exactly the point as I'm coming up now on a rise here, right? Now the configuration of the Legend is different. It's just slightly different, and I seem to have a little bit of a longer, but this is the point where, right here, where I'd start to get the falsing, right when the water level makes contact with the coil connector. And I can't tell you how frustrating it is when you have to drop your sensitivity down at that very point, because that's where stuff is sitting, especially after some wavy conditions. Stuff tumbles. It kind of uses the shape and formation of the underbottom and weight, density. All those are Mother Nature's variables of where that stuff ends up in those types of weather event situations. So the sanded over conditions, for instance, coming out here with the Manticore on 16, you're going to find nothing. You might as well just leave it at home. You have to have that machine at least 21. And with, I've kind of low shoreline gone as low as 3 on the recovery speed to make up for some of the deficiencies in its depth capabilities. And I'm using the M15 coil. So the Legend just has a far more superior ability to work in those condensed sand scenarios. I can't emphasize that enough. Now I've done some programming. I didn't just come out of using this out of the box. I did do some programming, but it isn't anything super complicated. And I just feel that that was the plan, was to bring the Manicore out in August, and I came out on a day just like today, and I just changed my mind very, very quickly, because I just started seeing things that were starting to look and resemble very much like the issues I'd encountered last season with it, and I couldn't overcome them no matter what I did with the configurations. So that was the end of that, and I wanted to at least do a proper video of sort of year-end. Right now we're in the first week of September, so anything I find now doesn't really count. But I ended up getting a couple of really nice chains. The heaviest was the silver, which rang in at about 64 grams. The jewelry was looked just a touch better this year, in terms of the sort of characteristics, and at least one of them had age to it. It looked like a 1920s Art Deco ring. If you friend me on Facebook through Bounty Fisher, that's my alias on there. I posted a picture of it in an Ellis Brothers ring box that I picked up in July. Always wanted to grab one of those. So yeah, like, I mean, this point right here, this is one of the most productive points for me right here. And look where the water transition level is, right? I could do this, but I don't like the crouching tiger stuff, man. I want to be able to use my pose, my pace, my sweep to my advantage, because in some situations I need to be able to orient my coil when I get just that right threshold break. I need to reposition, and I know I don't need to worry that the machine's starting to act erratically on me. I've said this before, MineLab, if you're watching, get that problem fixed. I mean, the capacitor issue, it should be something that you need to do either through a software update or just, come out and give people some guidance and direction, because currently the way that I can make use of this machine is very limited in its scope. I'm just getting a hit here. And the other thing with sanded over conditions, you cannot go by anything relating to kind of ferrous, non-ferrous. It's just not even worth. It's not even worth the reading it's giving you. It must be something really small. Could be like foil, a bit of foil. Okay, well, I'm getting a bit of a hit here still, so it might have actually dropped a bit, but I'll just give this one more attempt. Not really solid repeatable coming in on that, but just checking. Okay, it looks like it dropped over here. My guess is it's some kind of bit of foil. And it's just low enough in the VDI range that I want to really kind of check it and make sure. If it's not in the scoop, it's too small. Yeah, it's slipping out. It's right here. Sometimes those little small, what makes it worthwhile digging this is sometimes it could be, I could see it right now, it's just a little earring that just keeps popping out, right? So that's, I was just about to say that exact thing. Sometimes the little studs slip out because these holes are just too big. And they're usually pretty good at trapping stuff, but I mean, even really, really fine chains can slip through there very easily. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you you have a moment to check out that wrap-up report. You know, one of the messages and reasons why I did it is because the circumstances of the ugly are just seemingly getting worse. People's habits, things they're leaving behind, that really needs to change. You know, we have a chance here as detectorists to be land and water ambassadors and really kind of carry that message over. This sounds a little different from that other one there. The range is all over the place. So I'm a little hesitant to say it's, well, it could be something good, or it could be a bottle cap. I'm leaning more towards something good, just based on the audible sound and pitch that's coming in, not so much the non-ferrous. Look at that, so it changed. I think I managed to just get it a little bit flipped over, whatever it is anyway, for the machine to read it differently, because it was reading in at 42.50. There you go, a ring. That's a nice one. I'm not sure what. It looks like it's silver to me, but pretty. And that didn't come in like loud. It came in probably about half the response I would expect for something of that size to sound. I was probably like about 6 inches in, but it kept kind of slipping out, so three chances to get it out. All right, that's it for now. If I catch any other stuff out here, I'll video it separately. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I was gonna say, conclude, you know, we have a chance to really do our part to clean the environment up. We see some of the worst human habits doing this hobby. I just feel that that's the strongest message I wanted to make from that wrap-up report. I hardly, you know, I enjoy this. There's so many other reasons I do this apart from the finds, but I do feel like I'm playing a part in trying to keep the water clean here where I am. All right, enjoy yourselves. Happy hunting.